Is DNF Duel dead? Honestly, it's a fair question to ask. It's a game that had a ton of hype on launch, but has recently been getting clowned on pretty hard for having only a few remaining players according to Steam charts. So with only a handful of active players left on any platform, the question has to be asked, is the game dead? Well, yes and no. Really quickly before we get into it though, only about 5% of my viewers are actually subscribed to the channel. I post really concise, highly edited videos a couple of times a week, so if you want to see more, go ahead and do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. Now let's talk about dead games. For most competitive multiplayer games, I would consider the game dead when you can't find ranked matches anymore. And from this perspective, I can understand labeling DNF Duel a dead game. It would be very hard for somebody to find anyone else at a similar skill level and just get right to playing. There's no denying that. But I think fighting games have to use a different bar for what is a dead game. The longevity in certain fighting games is unlike any other genre, and you can find matches to this day in Third Strike, despite the game being 25 years old and not even purchasable as a standalone game. Fighting games being one-on-one has always fostered a sense of community, and it's one that I've not seen matched in other genres. If I wanted to play a game of Battle Right, one of my favorite games in this kind of battle arena genre, the chances of me finding a minimum of 3 other people to play with and against, all at equal skill levels, feels like an impossible task. The fact that I cannot just queue up for a game or jump into a lobby makes this game basically unplayable to me. But if I want to learn a 20-year-old fighting game, if I can find literally one other person to play against, I can jump into a game immediately. When you combine that with the fact that many older games are also getting updated with community and mod support and improved netcode, you have a game that can only die when the last person stops playing it. These examples are relevant to fighting games and how they die, but it's not even really relevant to DNF, which is getting its first DLC finally on July 12th and has a roadmap for more on the horizon. The game is still receiving support and people are still playing it at all skill levels. I love DNF, but I feel like I've been someone who has both praised what I enjoy about the game while also being able to criticize and point out the issues that I have with it. I understand why people look at these numbers and declare the game dead. It makes sense, and if you don't play the game, it's something that anyone will look at and come to the same conclusion. But these aren't people who are active in the community, and most of them probably never were. DNF Duel is very much alive. If you don't like the game and don't want to play it, that's perfectly fine. No one is forcing you to. But acting like the game is dead because you saw a picture of the Steam charts showing a certain number is just fundamentally not a good understanding of how a fighting game sustains itself and what the FGC actually stands for. Third Strike didn't die with the decline of the arcade era, and I don't expect that DNF will die until Nexon finally decides to pull the plug itself. And let's not forget, Nexon has more money than God at this point, and I think it'll be a while before they admit defeat. If you like this video, drop a like. If you want to see more content like it, or if you just want to watch more DNF Duel content once Spectre drops, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.